All right, let's talk about something kind of scary. Imagine this. You've worked hard, you've saved up, and you finally buy that piece of land you've always dreamed of. You have the papers, the deed, everything. But what if I told you holding those documents doesn't actually mean you own the land? I mean, it seems straightforward, right? You've got the sale deed, the title is officially in your name, everything looks completely legit, you've checked all the boxes. So, the land is yours, end of story. Or is it?
Hello everyone, welcome to ConnectNbuild. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Let's get started.
Well, the answer, and this might shock you, is absolutely not. It's a tough lesson that way too many people learn when it's already too late. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly why. Let's figure out what's really going on.
Because here's the nightmare scenario, and believe me, it happens. You could be years down the road. Maybe you've built a house, poured your life savings into it, and then one day a total stranger knocks on your door holding a different set of papers claiming they own your land. And just like that, you're thrown into a legal battle for everything you've built. So let's get into the 3 biggest traps people fall into.
All right, trap number 1. This is probably the most common and honestly the most heartbreaking one. It's called the double sale. And yeah, it's just as bad as it sounds.
So what does that even mean? It's pretty simple and pretty crooked. A shady seller takes one single piece of property and sells it to 2 different people. Both people pay, both think they're the owner. But in the end, only one person actually gets the land. The other person, they're left with a completely useless piece of paper and an empty bank account.
And look, this isn't some textbook theory. This is a real story. A guy in Chennai buys a plot of land in 2010. He's thrilled, right? What he has no idea about is that the same seller already sold that exact same plot to someone else 2 years earlier, back in 2008. He spent 2 whole years thinking he was a proud landowner, but his purchase was invalid from the very second he signed the papers. And here's the cold, hard truth of it. The law is crystal clear on this. It doesn't matter who paid more. It doesn't matter whose documents look newer or fancier. The only thing that matters is who registered the sale first. The first registered sale is the only valid one, period. That means the second buyer loses everything, every single penny. It's brutal, but it shows you that in real estate, being first isn't just an advantage, it's everything. Okay, so that's the double sale. Now let's move on to trap number 2. This one's a little bit different, a little more sneaky, because it involves someone selling you land that was never, ever supposed to be sold at all.
This is what's known as OSR land fraud. OSR stands for Open Space Reservation. You know how when developers build a big new neighborhood, they have to legally set aside some land for public use, like a park for kids or just an open green space? Well, some developers get greedy. They'll illegally chop up that public parkland and sell it off as individual plots, pretending it's private property.
And here's where it gets really dangerous. You might go through the whole process. You'll get a sale deed, maybe even get it registered. It all looks official, but it's a complete illusion, because that land was never theirs to sell. It belongs to the public, and that means the government can come in at any time at all, and take it back, and you get 0 compensation. Poof. Your entire investment is just gone. Okay, on to our 3rd and final trap. This one isn't about the land itself, it's about the person selling the land. Just because someone has the keys doesn't mean they have the right to sell. And this is where we run into something called power of attorney fraud. So a power of attorney, you'll often hear it called a POA, is basically a legal document where a property owner gives someone else the power to sell the property for them. It's super common, if the owner is elderly or lives overseas. The fraud happens when you buy a property from someone holding a POA, but their legal authority to sell has actually expired or been canceled. So you have to ask, when does a POA become worthless? There are 2 big red flags that people miss all the time. First, the owner who gave the power can just cancel it. Simple. But the second one is the real kicker. If the actual property owner dies, that power of attorney becomes invalid. Instantly. At that very moment. It doesn't matter if the POA holder didn't know. If you sign the papers 5 minutes after the owner passed away, that sale is completely void. It's like it never happened.
All right, I know this all sounds pretty grim. Double sales, public land grabs, voided authorities, it's a lot. But here's the good news. there is one incredibly powerful tool that can help you see through all these scams. Think of it as your secret weapon, your digital shield.
And that weapon is called the encumbrance certificate. You'll hear it called the EC, or in some places, the Villengum certificate. This one document is, without a doubt, your best defense. It's basically the property's official biography, a public record that shows every single transaction that's ever happened on that piece of land. And you know what the best part is? In many places, you can do this yourself right from your computer. You just go to the official registration website, find the section for the encumbrance certificate, pop in the property details like the survey number, and boom, you can see its history. Now, here's a pro tip. Don't just check the last few years. You need to go back. I'm talking 30 years, maybe even 50, to get the full story. Seriously, this document is a goldmine of information. It shows you the entire chain of owners, so you'll spot a double sale from a mile away. It tells you if there are any mortgages or loans tied to the property. It basically lays out all the cards on the table. It cuts right through any lies and just gives you the cold, hard facts.
Okay, so we've covered a lot. The traps, the solution. Let's boil it all down into a simple, easy-to-remember checklist. This is your game plan for protecting yourself.
Number 1, always check that encumbrance certificate. That's non-negotiable. Number 2, get your hands on all the parent documents and trace the ownership history all the way back. Make sure the story makes sense. Number 3, confirm the official layout approval is real. This is how you avoid buying a piece of a public park by mistake. And last, but maybe most important, don't let anyone rush you. Ever. Take your time, do your homework. That's your only real protection.
Look, buying a piece of property isn't just about money. For most of us, it's a life stream, right? It's about security, family, a future. Now you know the hidden dangers, but more importantly, you know how to fight back. You have the tools to protect that dream. So the only question left is, are you going to use them?
Like, share, and subscribe to Connect and Build. I have already done. Did you guys subscribe?